Hi and welcome to this week's blog. We've just gone down through Sidbury Lock. We're still in Worcester, stopped at the Commandery last night. Nice little peaceful mooring. It absolutely peed down with rain, so it didn't go anywhere. Sunshine and showers for today. We're currently just transiting between Sidbury Lock and the Commandery, Lock 3, across to Digless Basin, which has got a boatyard, mooring, CRT facilities, and yeah, so we've now got 2 wide locks to do now to lock down onto the River Severn. So get them done, and then we should be transiting the River Severn down into Digless Basin, Digless Lock, and then we've got a Lock 3 stretch all the way down to Upton on Severn, which is our destination for tonight. And all the pubs in Upton on Severn. There's loads of pubs on Upton on Severn. That would that be mad? That pub there, the Anchor, is junk, don't bother going in. The food is crap, and the beer is expensive. The bins in the gap there, there's some, the bins are through there, so if you need an empty rubbish bin, you go through there. Yeah, I had me and the girlfriend and her parents had food at the Anchor, and it was meant to be a steak burger and some Italian pizzas, and the pizzas were burnt, and the burger was something like it, Iceland value basically. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend, and it was like about 11 quid, something like that. So I wouldn't recommend wasting your money in there. Right, better go. Just coming up to the lock landing, which is ahead, and there's the first of 2 wide locks which lock down onto the Severn. If I'm really lucky, there may be a volunteer, but I doubt it. We're currently dropping down in the lock, so better go and check that we're not near the sill. That'll be fine. Yeah, it's nice here when the sun's shining. Hello boys. You getting that sinking feeling? Yeah, I've just got the one paddle going down at the moment because lucky there's actually a boat coming up off the Severn. So I'll leave my gate open and he'll leave his gate open, and we'll pass each other in the pound down here. And it looks like there's a lock keeper on as well, so that's good. Multitasking here. One down, one to go. And I'm really lucky here because there's a boat coming up, so we'll just swap over here.
I can help you at the bottom lock if you like.
I'd really appreciate that, thank you very much.
Okay. Just leave this boat in.
Lovely, thank you very much for your help. Oh, got a bit of a wobble on, that usually means we've got something around the prop. Just give it a few more beans. That's lovely. Hi there, how you doing, alright? Looks like they got a repair on the go here. Spike, stop whinging. Yeah, we've got a lock keeper on now, which is great because that means that we can we don't have to stop on the pontoon below on the river to come back and close the gate. He'll do it for us. So, right, I'll leave you there. Next one will be going on to the mighty River Severn. When you leave the lock onto the Severn, always check the water levels to make sure that the river's not closed. We're in amber at the moment, so we're okay. So we'll be coming out here, and then going down. There's Digless Weir down here, and and we shall be heading down the river to Digless Lock. Let's go. Right, here we go on the Severn. Bless. Thanks for your help.
There's supposed to be a broad beam coming up.
Oh right, okay.
Below Digless.
I'll keep an eye out for him. And here we are. On the mighty River Severn. And this is the lock landing there, so if you're ever coming up, you stop there for the lock basically. And those big orange boys over there, you do not go near those, because that is the weir. And we're just going around the corner, and there should be Digless Lock. There's two locks here, there's a big one and a small one. The small one's still a big one. And we go to the left there, the one on the left. Look out for the signs all the way down the river to tell you which way to go when there's a split in the water, because if you get it wrong, you'll only get it wrong once. So, and this is Digless Moorings. These are very busy when it's middle of the season. So to get on these, you have to get, if you're just transiting up the Severn to Starport or whatever, stop on these. But you'll have to get early. You have an early start to get on them, because they are very popular. Ah, I know that boat. That's down from Starport. I wonder what they've been doing here. That's the old pub boat. I think it's a pub boat. It used to be a pub boat. Yeah, they got a trip boat up there, and they got this boat, and it's like an old pub boat. There's been guys working on there all winter on that boat. Okay, right. Looks like we're on a red, so I better go and moor up. That's us in the lock now. And when you come in the lock, the first thing you need to do is come along. There's some wires that go alongside the lock, and you have to tie the boat up onto the wires. Here's one here. So, and that stops your boat from getting bashed around the lock basically. And here's a prize example of CRT maintenance. Look at the holes in that lock. How do they get away with it? Behold the mighty River Severn. Thank you. Thank you. That's the only lock we've got to do today. Next stop, Upton on Severn. We should be flying along now because there's a good flow. And that was Digless Lock on the River Severn. Right, so let's give the old boat some beans and catch up with the flow. You want to kind of steer right towards the middle here because the current from the weir, which is obviously quite strong at the moment because the river has just come out of flood, it will push you across. And there's Digless just closing behind us. Right, so we're going to steer right into the river here. So if we come across like this, it looks like we're going towards the far bank. You know, we want to go that direction. But we'll go straight across and you'll see what happens in a minute as soon as we hit that current. There you go, the current's just pushing the bow around now. There we go, and there's a good bit of flow. Oh, we'll be in the pub before you know it. There you go, that current's just pushing the bow around now, see? We're just going to stay in that current. And that is going to take us all the way down to Upton on Severn. Uber fast. And there's the entrance to the weir. And if you're coming from the south, there's Digless Locks. We are absolutely flying along. Didn't know narrowboats could go this quick. Oh, flying along. And today's brew of choice is, because the sun is out, oh, I ain't got the gimbal on, so it's a bit wobbly, I'm afraid. Scrumpy Jack. Scrumpy Jack cider. We're going to the West Country, so let's get some West Country cider down us. There's another fat boat. Victoria. I don't think I've worked on that one. Hello. This is the Worcester Southern Link Road. Doesn't really matter. You've got the yacht club below here, but it doesn't really matter going southwards. But coming north, this is very shallow here, and you'll find if there's a bit of a flow on the river like there is at the moment, if you were coming like opposite way I'm going, oh, you're going north, you'll all of a sudden slow right down because it's a real fast flow. So just be aware of that. And there's also buoys in the water here because there's an underwater obstruction. So yeah. These guys up here working away. I'll be doing that in a few days. Good day for it. Good. Pardon? Nah, it's full of immigrants. I'll have to settle for Upton on Severn. God, yeah, someone's going to Calais. God, there's a good old flow on here, I tell ya. There is a good old flow on. Yeah, you can. Oh, what kind of bird's that then? I don't know. Is that like a long-tailed tit or something? I can't quite tell. Yeah, it's a little long-tailed tit. Yeah, the one thing you have to watch out for as well, when if you come up the river, not so much going down, come up the river after it's been in flood. You get trees and everything, full trees coming down, so just be on your guard, and you get loads of debris coming down as well, so always look on the surface of the water, see if you can see anything bobbing around. I say, the river's just come out of flood, so there is a bit of debris. But this is nothing compared to what there is if you come up in the winter. It's you got to treat the Severn with respect. It's an nasty little bugger when it wants to be. I think what we'll do on this one, if I have to move the boat again, I probably won't come up this way. I think I'll lock out his Sharpness and go down to Bristol on the estuary, which will take us under the Severn Bridge. And yeah, that would be nice out in the old tidal estuary. You have to get a pilot to do that, but it's sure it'll be good fun. Right, catch you in a sec. Ooh, it's a bit blowy. This is us going past Kempsey now. It's our first little kind of thing on the way down. We got the caravan park here and the moorings, and there's apparently a boatyard here, but I've never seen it. And for once, it's a beautiful day on the River Severn. I've never been on the Severn before, and it's been sunny. It's always peed it down with rain. It's as if I'm like jinxed. So yeah. Messing around on the river. And there's the sheep. Lots of sheep on the side of this river. This gimbal's playing up again. There you go. Come on the level, mate. Come on. Yeah. Watch this. I do a cracking sheep impression. Watch this. See that sheep there? See that one just behind the edge there? Like near one, yeah? Watch this. There we go. Ready? Meh! There you go. Watch this. He's like looking around going, who's that? Oh yes, there. Look. Meh! Meh! So we're cracking on at a good rate of knots now. We're just coming round the bend. Went round that years ago. And this place here is called, I think this is Cleverlode, I think. I don't know what I'm on about, I'm just reading it off the map. And yeah, look at all that ivy up in the tree. Gives a kiss. Yeah, it's beautiful. This river, it's horrible when it's rainy, but if you get it right and it's sunny like today, which I've been blessed, I'll tell you, to get the Severn on a sunny day. Yeah, it's a beautiful river, and I would definitely recommend coming down to come see the Gloucester Sharpness. It's a nice canal for transiting through. I wouldn't really like to live there, if I'm honest with you, which I have done, and I'll say that from experience. But it's you can always then lock out at the bottom of the Gloucester Sharpness back onto the Severn and go down to Bristol then, and you can do the Kennet and Avon, come along and head on, well, you know, down to London or round to Reading on the Thames, up to Oxford, whatever you want to do really. So the world is your oyster. But yeah, it's a real kind of sleepy flow on the river today, although we are actually shifting. It's just nice because you don't really realise how quick you're going because of the fact that you look on the water and everything's going a little bit kind of quicker, but when you look at the bank, we are actually shifting. Well, not shifting, but for a narrowboat we're shifting. So yeah. Beautiful really. I do like river cruising. Just narrowboats, just not designed for it though, because, well, they're okay going with the flow, but oh, gimbal. They're going against the flow. They're just not really designed for it. Yeah, look at that, eh? Beautiful day. And we must be in Worcestershire. Yeah, we're in Worcestershire. Just left Worcester. That's probably why we're in Worcestershire. Beautiful old river, this one. You get some lovely wildlife up here. You get the and birds of prey, the buzzards. Just been watching some crows chase one off. Actually got a bit close to the nest, I would imagine. They don't like that crows. Yeah, it's a beautiful river, the Severn. I must admit, I've been down here loads of times, and I don't know what it is with the light or whatever today. I've just never really kind of taken in the beauty of it. It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful river. Maybe the time of year with the colours in the trees. Just gorgeous. We're coming round the corner now. I think this area is called Rid. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, this is Rid. And on the right hand side is Cliffy Woods. I imagine there's good fishing down here. Looks like there's a very kind of fishy kind of water. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, so basically we come around here, hook and a right here, and then we got another right, and that then takes us down to our destination for today, which is going to be Upton upon Severn, which is a lovely little town. They have festivals, music festivals there every year. Obviously not a lot lately because of the COVID, but they have a folk festival, which is brilliant if you like folk music, and then they have a blues festival later on in the year. And then they have a festival, which is a big festival, which is kind of run by the local radio, well, one of the local radio stations, and that's a big one. I've only ever been to the folk one, which is because a lot of my friends are into folk music. I don't mind it. It's not my thing, but I don't mind it. And yeah, it's nice to go there. Everyone just has a few beers and has a good time, and a bit of a laugh and a bit of a jam, and yeah. So if you're into your boats and all that. Bring your narrowboat down to Upton Folk Festival or Upton Blues, so you can get on the floating pontoons or the moorings down by the Swan, and just tie on to the boats. And there's been like kind of 10 boats all moored onto each other from this pontoon going right into the middle of the river. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a lovely boating community. But I must admit, I've not seen it like that for a long time now. These things seem to be dying off with time. But yeah, well, when things like that start happening, it's up to us to bring it back, not moan about it. So, beautiful. Look at all these beauties up there. Great big scaffold plank in the water there. Oh, now around your propeller. I would call them over, but I'm not very good at horse impressions. So you see that trunk up there, that tree, that has been placed there by when the river's been in flood. I'll give it a horse impression. No! Not very good, is it? No, I think I'll stick to sheep impressions. Oh, please, I hope this rain stops now and summer comes, because I love this country when the weather is shining. God, it's dull and dismal when it's blooming not. You can't get a better place in the world than the UK when the sun is shining. I'm very proud of the country that I live in, but I can't stand it when it's blooming raining. or cold. I'm built for comfort, I am. I'm proud of it. And that up there is a very famous building in the area. That is where King Henry VIII's dentist used to live. And he was a man that invented fillings for teeth. Sir Isaac Filling was his name. Bet you didn't know that. Oh, it looks like they got the weather forecast right. They said it was gonna, sunshine was gonna turn to clouds, and yeah, it's not looking too good. There's the good weather going off to the east. Oh bugger. We're literally just gotta come along here now. Hook a left, then a right, then a left. Past the working boats, and there should be hopefully be a big floating pontoon that we can get on. It's you're never guaranteed to get on the pontoon when you get to Upton, but the canals and the rivers at the moment in May have been absolutely empty. So I'm hoping I can get on the pontoon. I couldn't get on here when we came up. I had to double moor onto another boat actually, which was on the moorings below the Swan Hotel, which wasn't the best. So hopefully today we should be able to get a mooring. One thing about the River Severn, it's actually a working waterway, and north of Upton on Severn you do get commercial traffic, grain barges, aggregate barges. So you need to keep an eye out for them. They're usually heavily laden going south and empty coming north. So here's the loading depot which they use to load the barges. That's obviously, they've used one of the old barges as a pontoon to moor up against. These guys used to be a lot further down south, below the M50 bridge, but they've moved up here now. So yeah, so when you get past this point heading south, keep an eye out for working boats, which we'll probably pass one in a bit anyway. Alright, we were just approaching Upton now. When you look on the right and you see like moored boats, etc., and Songat refugee camp up on the bank, then that means that you're coming to Upton. If I go around the corner here, you can just see the Bridge Inn, Marston's pub. Yeah, okay, nice, lovely people that run it. Well, it was last time, keeps changing all the time. Yeah, so the moorings are below, see that blue bridge? There, and yes, there are some spaces. There's only one boat on the mooring, so basically, when you moor on the river, you always put your bow into the flow of the river. You don't moor, like, see if I just went over to the right now and moored up, yeah, it'd be easier and all that. But if anything comes down the river, it can get in my propeller and foul my prop. So what you do is you go down and you turn around and then you come back up. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to moor on the outside of the moorings, and then in the morning I'll turn around again and head on back downstream. But I think the weather's going to be bad tomorrow, so it's a bit of a bugger. So I'll have the old waterproofs on. Yeah, Upton's a really nice place to stop. You got all your facilities there. Well, not facilities for boats, but facilities for, like, you know, shopping, pubs. There's a water tap at the top of the pontoon. If you want to fill your boat up, you'll need a really, really long hose. God, it's abandoned. There's no boats here whatsoever. This is great. usually here it's difficult to get a mooring. So the bridge in front of us is what's called Upton Bridge. Yeah, we'll go in there. Right, so we're just approaching Upton Severn. We're about to do like a U-turn to go into the stream. Because this is a live commercial waterway, we need to keep an eye out for the aggregate barges, and if they're coming up, you just literally got to hang back because those guys can't stop. So we're just coming up now under the bridge. We're going to hook a right and then come back up to the moorings. And those lovely moorings are home for tonight, where that blue narrowboat is. So we're just going to go hook a left. That's a big wide turn here. So we want to go right round. And I'll try and do it with the camera. If not, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. Spike, in you get, mate. Come on, because this is dangerous. Yeah. So I'm going to hook a right down here, right into the bank, not too far because it's quite shallow, and then once we get under the bridge we're going to do a turn. But the thing is, because there's a good flow on at the moment, it is going to take the boat a bit, so we'll try and get it on camera. If the camera drops down, it's because it ain't happening. I need to give it some welly. This is Upton Bridge. Right, here we go then, folks. Let's give it a big hooky. There he goes. I'll do that. Give it some more beans. Nothing behind us. And we're spinning around now. Full to port. Really giving it some here. So far so good. We're going broadside now down the river. No aggregate traffic. We're flowing down the riverside ways. We're slowly making that turn. Ooh, plough in. So here we go, we're just coming about. We'll start straightening up now. Now it's not too bad actually. I've come down there before where it's literally took me another 200 meters to get the turn. Right, so now we're going against the stream. Now we're pumping water going upstream. Right, so you see our headway now. We're hardly moving. Such a stream on the go at the moment. I imagine the boat's probably on about 1400, 1500 RPM, and we are hardly moving. There's such a flow on this river at the moment. That's why I don't touch the river when it's like this. You imagine like kind of having to come all the way up from Gloucester like this. You're just waiting for that beep 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 beep, engine overheating. That ain't good. But we're just slowly making our way. We're going to edge along this pontoon, and I'm going to jump off, and there's some mooring cleats on here. I'm going to put a figure of 8 on, and that's on the centre line, and that's just going to hold the boat steady. Stop the revs. I want to just crawl right up onto the side of this pontoon. So we're in the shallows now. We're out of the flow. So just pull it back a little bit more. There we go. Nearly there. So what will happen is as soon as I jump off this boat, the tiller will turn, and the boat will try to skew off into the. There we go. In the shallows now. That's out of the flow. Just want to match the flow and just stay still. There we go. There we go. Come on, you old girl. Right, Stay there, boys. You jump off, you'll be in trouble if you do that. So we just go a little bit too fast. Drop it back a little bit. Match the flow. Right, that pontoon's a bit sank at the front there, so okay. So here we go. Right, boys, you stay there. Right, into neutral. Up the boat. Run like mad. Oh. Right, lads. Right. Good figure of 8. Measure figure of 8. And that's the boat held. Cool. Right, up to the bow line. Grab the bow line. The bow line is your main line when it's like this. Okay. Oh, right, the boat's just heading back a little bit now, but that's what I want it to do. Just a quick figure of 8. In she comes. Cross it over. Yes, the boat's held. Right, we are moored. Welcome to Upton on Severn.